Hey, it's after 10 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting here thinking about you. I should be laying in bed, relaxing, reading my book, and going to sleep, but instead I'm sitting here thinking about you. And I've had this quote, one of my favorite quotes by Elder Jeffrey R. Holland, that's been running through my head the last few days. And the quote goes, "If it seems like for a time the harder you try, the harder it gets, take heart. So it has been with the best people who have ever lived." I've seen so many posts lately of friends, of leaders, of mentors, of people who are struggling. People, like almost everybody on the planet, in some extent or another, is going through a struggle right now. And that is because the planet is shifting. There are so many things going on astrologically. Without going into detail, trust me, there are so many things going on astrologically that are causing major shifts, major up levels on our planet, in our world. And we're feeling that. We're feeling this need to release old ways, old patterns, old styles, old ways of thinking, of doing, of being, and up leveling into a greater and higher awareness, releasing patterns of fear, of scarcity, of doubt, of not enoughness, and stepping into greater amounts of trust, greater amounts of being able to trust the spiritual more than the physical. But because we live in a physical realm, a physical world, we get stuck on the physical side, and we go into fear, and we go into doubt, and we go into, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know where the money's going to come. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know where I have the time. I don't know how I'm going to have the energy, the resources, the whatever it is. We get stuck on the physical aspect of it instead of trusting the spiritual side. And I know it's not easy. This has been since the beginning of the thought that came to mind, my ministry, since the beginning of my ministry, my healing, my awareness of stepping into what God is asking me to do. The very, very first thing that ever came up for me was trust. Was you've got to learn how to trust. That is the main thing. And every time I move to a different level, every time I have a different awareness, it requires me to have a greater, higher level of trust. And that is what God is asking us to do in every single aspect of your life. How can you have more trust? How can you trust that even though it seems like the money is not there when you need it, in time to pay the bill, or the relationship or the support or whatever it is that you're looking for, it feels like it's not there. But I promise you, God's timing is perfect. So if it is not there yet, whatever it is that you think needs to be there, if it's not there yet, it's because it is not time. And as I share that, I can feel, because I've been there. I'm there right now in so many ways where I'm like, you have promised me these things. You have promised me. You've told me that when I ask, I would receive. And you've told me what is in store. And yet it's not here. And my physical body, my physical heart, my physical mind wants to say, it's supposed to be here by now. Why hasn't it happened yet? But I promise you, God's timing is divine, and it will be there when it's supposed to be there. So what are you learning? If it's not there yet, what do you need to learn? For me, it's been greater, higher levels of compassion, of trust. It's been expanding my ability to receive in so many different ways. It's been recognizing that, yes, I have these big dreams. I have great aspirations, and I know what is coming in my life. And I am also so, so blessed and so, so grateful for the life that I live right now. So blessed, so grateful. And if you live in the United States, if you have a home, if you have food in your fridge, if you have a job, if you have a paycheck, if you have a family, you are so blessed. And you have so much to be grateful for. And the more that you can focus on your blessings, on the prosperity, on the abundance that you do have and that you do enjoy, the more that all the other things that you desire are going to come to you, because you're a vibrational match for them. The more satisfied you feel with life because you recognize how blessed you are and how grateful you are, and your attention turns to that instead of focusing on the lack. The other aspect of this is that because 2/3 of the population on the planet are either generators or manifesting generators, we have our telltale emotions of frustration and satisfaction. When you're feeling frustration, it's because you either need to stop what you're doing and reassess, or because you are kind of at this plateau and you're about to up level to higher levels of learning, higher levels of living, higher levels of awareness. So think about that. If you are feeling frustrated, the first question to ask is, do I need to stop what I'm doing? Do I need to shift in some way or another? And if you're like, no, I know that I'm on the right track, then know that you're about to experience a massive up level. Keep walking. Keep trying. Keep walking. Keep trying. There's help and happiness ahead. Keep your chin up. It will be all right in the end. Trust God. Trust God. And believe in good things to come. They'll come. Just believe. I love you. Trust. Believe. I'll be sharing more about this up ahead. Good night.